Welcome back. We shall now be looking at quiz management. How to use the quiz portal to manage quizzes and community debates. Alright, let's dive in. To start with, when you want to manage quiz, okay, we have tier 1 quiz, tier 2 quiz, and community debate. You want to first go to the menu or navigation bar, this left nav bar, and then locate box 18 quiz portal. So you can see it's a very customized menu, okay, specifically for box 18. That's why you see I tried making all customized field that is specifically customized. I name it box 18, okay, although not all, but many of them, now you go to box 18 and click on box 18 quiz portal. It takes you on the dashboard. So on this dashboard, we just have few data here, or few stats. So we have total quizzes, the total quiz that has been entered. Right, this is total submission, okay, and then we have daily featured quizzes. The quiz that they feature. All right, so not all that is active, not all the total is 5, but not all of them are active, but it just show you the total number of quizzes so far. Okay, so let's now see all the quizzes. Go to all quiz option, and then you can see all the quizzes. Only one is actually published. These other ones are pending, are not published yet. So the quiz portal is done such that the admin will have to first approve a quiz before it's available for the public or users to take, okay? Now, these are the list of all existing quizzes. You can edit them using the edit button, or you can delete using the delete action button as well. Now, let's look at this published one, okay? So you can edit directly by either clicking on it from here or using the edit button. Most times I just like clicking on it. When you're looking for edit button, just click on it. Other quiz or any other table, most times clicking the active button just takes you there. All right, now the first on the list is title. So if you're adding new one, it's similar, okay? But let's just have an overview of what it looks like. So we have the title, enter the title here, we have the type, the status. Remember, we have the community debate, so you have to select, is it a standard, trivia, or a community debate, So questions, you can see the questions, and then you now have the option to upload the image that will appear on the website, okay? For tier 1 quiz, which is the first quiz option, okay, this one here, this who am I, this one here, okay, that is the tier 1 quiz. This is number 1 on the home page. It appears first, and then tier 2 is the second one, okay, this one here. All right, so I haven't noted that. This is to upload images. So this is for the desktop option. So we are going to be having 3 images, one for desktop size, another one for tablet size, another one for mobile size, okay, for the tier 1 quiz. And then if it's a tier 2 quiz, you just need only one image. So you publish that image. The image that will be in the background. So if you look at it, you see that there is image in this background here. The image you want to appear there, that is the image you upload, okay, here. All right. So this is for updating. You want to update this quiz. You know, each quiz we actually submit, okay, will appear for both tier 1 and tier 2 quizzes, okay. So mind you that tier 2 quiz is only 5 questions. This is just 5 questions, total of 5, okay. So even if you have 10, like right now, in fact it should be 10, because for the tier 2 quiz the total is 10. Now when you have a quiz like this, it will appear for both tier 1 and tier 2. But what happens for tier 2, since it's only 5 questions, I pick only 5 of those questions. Only 5 appears for taking, while the rest will be for the tier 1 quiz, total of 10 questions, okay, or any number of questions you have, even if there are 12, they are all going to appear for the tier 1 quiz, okay. So that is how it works. You just need to upload once and then it appear for both. So this tier the tier 1 quiz is more like a library, a quiz library actually. So I just click on play now, okay. So all of them will appear here to keep appearing. They're just like a quiz library. You can see that quiz library is just a collection of all the quizzes that have been submitted so far. They appear here, okay. So that is how we currently have that. All right. So if you want to edit, remember this is about editing or updating the existing quiz, okay. So you can add question. Let's say we have less than 10 and you want to add a new one, or you want to make them 12 or something. So you click on add question to add a new question. So when you click on it, you see there we have a question text. You write the question here. So this is the question. This is the multiple choice options. So you can only have a maximum of 4, as you can see that. All right. So this is the option A, option B. You can add option. This is now option C. Add option D. You can actually remove options. You can remove. Okay, you can remove and add. So that is it. And then we have the do you know fact. So remember, each question comes with did you know. After your the quiz taker answer one question, before you move to the next, there's the did you know fact that they have to read. Okay, so that did you know fact will be written here. Okay, and then you select the question difficulty level. Is the question easy, is it medium, is it hard? So we recommend that each quiz should have a mix of difficult, easy, and medium. Okay, so we should have like 2 easy questions. If there are 5, for instance, 2 easy questions, 2 medium questions, and 1 difficult. That is the ratio. 2-2 ratio, 2-1. Okay. All right. Remember, you can actually edit with AI. Okay, so you can see question generated with AI. So you can actually, when you want to update it, you can actually use AI to update it. So let's do that, or let's do that for another quiz rather. Okay. Let's do that for another one that has not been published. let's use, okay, this one, or let's say this one has 3 questions. Let's make it up to 5. Okay. All right, so that's loaded. You can see we only have 3 questions. I want to make them 5 now. Now I'll click on generate with AI. Okay, so it has replaced current question with 10 AI generated questions. You see, so by default, using AI sets the number of questions to 10. So you can actually change it from the AI settings. The AI settings, once you go here, you set it. Okay, I want to generate 5. I want it to be generating 5. Once you set it to 5, anytime you try generating it to generate 5. Okay, so it's set to 10 right now. So once you generate with AI, it's going to generate 10 plus. So you can see that it has replaced the questions, okay, with 10 AI questions. Everything complete. We have the question, we have the options, multiple options, and then we have the do no fact for each of them, and the difficulty level as well. You can see. So remember, it is ratio 2:1. So meaning for 10 questions, should be about 4 easy questions, 4 medium, and then 2 difficult. So we have 2 easy yet. Okay, medium, 2 medium now, 1 hard. Okay, another easy, that is 3 easy now. Another medium, that is 3 medium now. Okay, another medium, that is 4 medium now. A hard question, that is 2 hard now. And then okay, so this is 3 hard, and then so, but we just having a mix of all of them. Okay, the hard shouldn't be much, should be just around that 2:1 ratio, so that you know it won't be that you have too much, a lot of difficult questions that people won't be able to answer. So once you generate that, if you're using AI, remember you can always edit any of the options even though you're using AI. Always change anything. Okay, you then upload the, in fact you're going to be uploading for all of them, because we're actually doing both tier 1 and tier 2. So you upload image here, or you upload image for this time, you upload image for this. So when there is no image uploaded for this, then automatically this one in the background will become the default. Okay, so you need to take note of that. This one in the background, it will be the default image that will appear. Okay, then for this, if no image is uploaded, then no image will appear for it, but then the default image still remains that image I just showed you for both tier 1 and tier 2. All right, so once you are done, okay, remember to click on update quiz to save your, okay, remember to save it. So let's change the name. I think the name is the same. Okay, let's just say this quiz is taking 18th of July, AI quiz 2. Okay, let's say this is the title now. Then I want to publish it. Okay, so you click on publish. Okay, so sometimes it could be that what you want to do as the admin is to review. Say I have already generated it, you then want to review before approving. Okay, you want to review it, so what you do is you review it. Okay, I have to check what AI have, just in case there's a mistake somewhere, because AI can make mistake, remember that. So the admin need to always review questions before publishing. Any AI generates questions, they will be saved as draft. Okay, so it's left for the admin to review and then publish. So when you want to publish, same thing, you go to all the quizzes, locate that particular quiz, click on it, okay, more like you're editing it, and then you just come to status here and change the status from draft or whatever to published. And this standard, you don't need to change it, it's going to be standard preview already. So and once you're done changing, scroll down and then click on update quiz, and boom, you've published that quiz. Okay, we've now published this quiz. So take note of the question we have here. So we have which African nation became the first to reach the FIFA World Cup semi-final 2022. This is about Morocco, historic run, Qatar 2022. So you can see it's 22 questions appear twice. And then we have which African nation hosted FIFA World Cup in the continent in 2010. Okay, and then we have which player record the most scored goal by African player in World Cup history. So take note of the kind of question we have here. And then let's refresh the quiz. So previously we have which African player who is record for the most scored goal in English Premier League, which is Salah. And then once you answer that, the know fact will appear. Okay, it gives you enough time to read it as a quiz taker. Once you're done digesting it, just after about 10 seconds, it will move to the next question. So this quiz, this one is not timed. It's actually, you have enough time to, you can take your time to answer the questions. The only thing that is timed is the number of seconds it takes for you to read it moves to the next question. Okay, so it gives you time to read the start, community, response, and then the fact. So who was the first African player to win Ballon d'Or? So I just want to select the wrong answer, okay, this time around. So see the wrong answer. So it's showing me, it gives us time to check the response and all of that. So let's go to the next. So beside this Egyptian club, which other North nation have won the CAF champion multiple times? So, okay, so this is the question we have here right now. I want to refresh this page, okay? I will refreshing right now. Remember, I just published a new quiz. Okay, so let's just answer. Let me confirm the quiz I just published, if it's now the latest. Okay, it is not the official quiz yet for the trivia, tier 2 trivia question. But let's check the library now. This is the quiz library. We now have 2. You can see that. So this is the second one, AI quiz 2. You can see that. I the second one. Okay. Remember the image, child default image is appearing here because we didn't set any image. All right. So now I want to make that quiz 2. Okay. The featured quiz. So I want to change it. What I do is, you see here we have set as daily featured. Okay. Once I set it, it will now feature as the tier 2 quiz. It won't appear for, you will see set as daily featured for any quiz that have not been published. Only those that have been published. Okay. So I'm setting as daily feature right now. So this is what I set as daily feature right now. And it gives you option to set any other one that will be published as daily feature. So right now I've featured tier 2. So we've already taken note of the questions we have here, okay? And then now we want to refresh to see if the new question now reflects. You see that we now have a different question. So this time around, it's asking which African player scored the fastest goal in FIFA World Cup history for the nation 2014 tournament. Okay, so this is totally different questions. Okay. Now, right now, it's just a new quiz, so you can see other options are 000 according to the response. And then say which North African qualified for 1970 World Cup marking, So you just answer. You see, it gives you 100% because this is just only ones are selected, and then the other ones are 0. Okay. So we can see that the questions there are different. So the new question now appears. So that is that for managing it, updating quizzes. Okay. Remember, you can always edit, delete any question, and then for a featured quiz, you can then set as featured for only published quizzes. Okay. So the featured one will always have this star, yellow star, to always show you that this is featured. But you can actually know that it's a featured quiz from here. Okay, it's going to be written daily featured. Once it's published and it's not giving you the option to set as daily featured, it means that it's already a daily featured quiz. All right, so that is it. Next, we'll be looking at adding quiz. Okay, we want to add a new quiz, adding new quiz. All right, so you need to always disregard all these notifications or alerts from different plugins. This is auto poly plugin, rank math. Once if you dismiss them, they will no longer appear. I'll just leave them there. Okay, but you can always dismiss them. You can cancel from here or select an option here, not interested, you can dismiss them. All right. So when you want to add a new quiz, it's up to you to say, okay, enter the title of the quiz, then enter the category label. Is this an AFCON, is it World Cup, or whatever label you want to give it. Okay, this is totally optional. Then you give the type, you select the type, is it standard or debate? Okay, and then draft the status. Okay, once you're done selecting that, the next is to set the questions. So you can either paste questions or you generate with AI. Okay, so we've seen that already. And then you upload, you just click here to upload images. Okay, so you can use from the media library, the existing media library, if the image is already here. Otherwise, you need to upload a new one. We've already look at uploading image previously. All right, so that is that. When you upload for desktop size or desktop screens, you upload for tablet screen from here too as well, and then upload for this. So it goes for this, and then once you're done, always save. Without saving, you lose your work. All right, so having noted that, next we'll be looking at AI settings. So remember that I talked that you can actually set the number of questions you want AI to generate. Now we have other things you can set. First on the list here is the prompt. So we already have the default prompt we have right now is generating questions for African football's African. Okay, you can change. Tomorrow you may want to feature a culture centered question or maybe a lifestyle question or any other thing at all. You want to change this prompt. Okay, so it's this prompt now that we give to AI Gemini to actually generate. This is the prompt using to generate these questions for us. So if you change it, automatically it generates question based on the prompt that you gives it. All right. So look at what we have here now is you are a trivial quiz generator for Box18 Africa, a premium, Then it generate exactly the number of questions that was set. You see question count. This question count here is where you set it. Let's go down. You see that question count. So we have 10. Okay. And you see the difficulty mix. The ratio is 2 to 1. Okay. 2 to 1. Take note, we are using comma. Please. We are using comma here, not a colon. So take note, use what you have, use the format we have. Okay. So you can always change this format. This is just an estimated ratio. It doesn't mean to be exact, to give the exact 2 to 1. All right. And then the theme. Remember, all these things all appear in the prompt. Okay. The theme fallback. Okay, when there is no theme, you didn't set a particular theme for that question. This is now the fallback. What we fall back is general African football. You see that? So, but we have a field to enter the team. So this is weekly team. Okay. You can actually write it directly here, but it's not recommended. It's better to set it here. Okay. So set all those. They are more like variables so that they can easily change. Changing here will really affect if you type it here directly. The next time you may forget. So it's better to set it here as a variable. Okay. Then this is the category focus fallback. You set it as well. Then the Gemini model. Okay. So right now we have just these two. Okay. The models will be changing. Gemini are always updating their models. With time it will change as well, and we need to be updated. Right now we are using Gemini free version, and Flash is the free version we have. This is the free versions we have available. So if we opt for Pro tomorrow, we will have options for Gemini, 3.1 Pro and the rest. In fact, many options. There will be many options by then. Now we have auto publish. Okay, so say you want it to publish immediately. You don't need any human input to publish it. All you need to do is to mark it. Okay, so publish generated quiz immediately. But we don't want to do that. It's not recommended. Okay. Now, all you need to do is change the prompt from here. If you want to change the prompt, so you need to first understand the prompt we have, so that if you want to generate any question that is different from the prompt, you have to first go to AI settings, change it before generating. All right. So right now, remember it is African football base. So generate exactly, okay, question count now is 10. Generate exactly 10 trivial questions about African football. You see that? So it's centered on African football. Then the topic or category focus. Entering the topic, entering the team, which I already entered from the variable. So you don't need to change any of these. You just need to set it from the variable. Okay. Now the guideline, we have, so take note, we have easy. You see the ratio now, but now you are using colon here, but here we are using comma. So when you are setting from here, make sure it's comma. Okay, always use this format. It's already waiting for you. All right. Guidelines. Question must focus specifically on African football. Are you seeing that? African football. So this is what you're telling AI, the guideline for you to generate those questions. You say each question will have exactly 4 options. Okay. Correct index must be 0 base integer. Index or the correct answer within the option arrays. The fact field must begin exactly with the words "did you know?" So that "did you know" fact should begin with "did you know?" The difficulty field must be exactly one of the string, easy, medium, or hard. distribute difficult according to the ratio above. So she distribute according to this ratio. You see, do not repeat questions. All content must be factually accurate as well. Okay, so you should check, more like you fact check it. Okay, but humans still need to review it and then confirm that AI actually stick to this. Option must be plausible, but only one correct. Avoid obviously wrong the course. Okay, so all the options, multiple choice, they should be believable. Like it's something that, oh, if somebody see a quiz taker will, I think it will be difficult. You should not just have options that are obviously wrong. Like when you see it, you know that you know it's obviously off point. Like asking who is the best, or let's say who scored most, somebody that scored the most goals in a particular season, and then you're having a name of a defender who is known for defending, like that hardly score goal. How can he score the most goal? So it's obviously wrong to some extent, even though it's possible. But there are some questions that are obviously wrong, not even possible at all. Okay, I mean some options rather. So those options I should avoid it. That's what the prompt is saying here. And then return only error. So this one, you don't really have business with this part. You don't even need to change it. This is it's about programming. You need to understand array before you start changing that. Okay, so every element in the array must match this exact. So this one you don't need to change it. This should be fixed. So what you need to change is this part. Okay, you need to change these guidelines if you want to change it, of which you do not have business changing these. Okay, you do not have business changing these highlighted ones. The main thing you want to change is to change the question focus from maybe African football to culture. So you can change it here, change this to culture. And once you're changing this to culture, you need to also change this. So this is the two you just need to be changing. This one, it's highlighted one, and then this. That is it. That is it. Okay. These are what will most likely change. Every other thing can change, obviously, but I'm just saying that what will be changing more often or most likely are these. That's all. Okay, and then we set and then generate questions. So I will generate one. Remember, right now I set it to 10. Okay, so I will be generating 10 questions so that I will test it. Okay, so I'll just click generate. We're waiting for it, so it has generated. See, it doesn't take time. You see, it gives success, and then we have we have it as pending. Okay, now that is it. You can actually view it from here directly. All right, so let's now look at weekly themes. So this is more like setting a theme for the week. Okay, this week is about official World Cup, official in AFCON. Okay, it's about WAFCON. It could be women AFCON this time around. It could be just anything, CAF and rest. So you want to add a new theme from here. Okay, and then you just enter the theme, the name of the theme, enter the start, the date. Okay, so these two must be filled out. The keywords optional. Once you're done, you click on add theme and that's it. Okay, so let's go back to, let's try editing an existing one. So this is a theme we have here. Okay, so this theme, you can edit it by clicking here. So it's showing us that, okay, this theme is active. Okay, remember you can always delete using the action. So let's edit. Okay, so you see that you can always change anything here, and that is that for weekly themes. Now let's look at community debate. Okay, so for community debates, we have community. We can either add new one or edit existing one, remember. So to add a new community debate, you go to add new, and then enter the question. Okay, who is the greatest of all time? Whatever debate you want to strike, why the people hate Argentina, all of that. You enter the date, start date. So you just click here to enter the date. Okay, you select a date. You select, okay, I want to publish this now, or you want to leave it as draft, whichever one. And then you have the options. Oh, trying to click out. Okay, so we have the options here. Oh, it will not select. Okay, so you now enter the options. Remember, this is the question. It's more like quiz, but this time around is a debate. Okay, now just one question and then multiple options. You can have maximum of 6 here. Okay, so it's more like people are voting. So it could be you saying people should vote for who should be the number one among goal scorers, or who is your GOAT, things like that. Okay, to add option, click on add option from here. Then to remove, click on remove. Okay, so you can remove, have minimum of 2. You can add. Okay, now once you're done setting that, you enter the name of your options here. Once you're done, always click on save to save that. Okay, part. So this time around I was saving the community debate, so you click on save questions. Okay, so now we are going back to all the community debates. So we want to edit an existing one. So once this is showing blue, once it's showing that, oh, you can click on it, go ahead. If you want to edit it, you don't need to edit or view, just click on it directly. You don't need to go on the actual tab or options. Okay, but these are some of the actions you can take. You can either delete it, edit it, sorry. You can check the results. Okay, I just click on it now. So you can check, oh, the number of voters. So these are the stats right now. People have voted Messi as, okay, 33%. Messi, Ronaldo, and Pele has all gotten 33%. Maradona, no, nil. So this is just according to the votes that has been made so far. We can actually view the voters. So this is just the summary result or statistic. Now we want to view the voters who actually voted. You can see that. So this is guest 1. Okay, this is another guest, and this is a user. Okay, a user voted. So once a user voted, because they already registered, their name is in the database, so the name will appear. But if the user is not registered, then it appears as guest. Okay, all right. So let's dismiss voters. Now let's go back to the community debate question. So this is the status, so it's already published. Okay, we can actually archive it from here, or we can delete it. All right, it's showing the number of voters. Okay, only 3 votes. I've gained 3 votes, and then this is the dates that we set as the restart. Remember, you can always click here to view and edit it. Okay, so right now I edit these questions. can change the status to draft or archive. You can always change this. Once you are done, always click on update questions to update it. All right, so updated. Now let's look at leaderboard. Leaderboard. Now this is just for us to view those that are on the leaderboard. Okay, don't need to do much here. You just need to view. Okay, so for this past week, the quizzes we had, who are those leaderboards, those that are appearing based on ranking and all that. So right now we have nil, but it's just for you to view it. Okay, you're not editing anything, just to view. Okay, who is actually topping the leaderboard. You know, it's going to show you all those statistics. That is what we have here. All right, so next we're looking at submissions. Okay, so these are quizzes taken and showing us those that are the number of quizzes that have been submitted, like fully taken. You know, there's a quiz we started, we didn't submit that quiz, it wasn't completed, so that quiz will not appear on this submission. This is the total number of quizzes that have been submitted, like taken, quizzes taken completely, like 100% was completed. Okay, number of quizzes completed, that is what this submission is all about. Okay, so there are quiz entries or submissions. Now it's going to show us this quiz. It's going to show us the title in the particular quiz. Remember, we already named it, give it a title. So you know the particular quiz that is about. Okay, you can see if it's tier 1 or tier 2 quiz that was taken. Okay, then you can see the player who took the quiz. Okay, oh, I just clicked something else just now. I'll close this view. Okay, score, can see the scores, okay, that he got from here, and then you can see, is this quiz a first attempt? Okay, remember, somebody can take a quiz multiple times, but we need to be able to track the first attempt, because if we are actually ranking you know, quiz takers by, okay, this person is a top scorer, you know, want to do some of those ranking, we are going to be using the first attempt. You can't come and take quiz 10 times. After you have learned all the answers, you now score 10 over 10, and then we are using 10 over 10 to judge you. No, it's the first attempt that is your actual score. So that's why we are keeping track of that. So you can see first attempt, yes, here. Okay, every other ones we play completed at the time it completed the quiz. Okay, and then you can view detail for each of them. You can view detail. So let's look at this. Okay, so this is the detail, the submission ID, the quiz. Okay, you can see the player, the score. Okay, we've already seen most of these from the previous table. Okay, so you've seen that. Now, some more details we can view is like the particular answers he got right and wrong. You know, you can see that here. So you can see, okay, you got this one right, and the seconds time it took to complete that particular question. Okay, so it took 9 seconds for this one. This one took only 4 seconds. So you can see the detail. You can see every detail. Okay, so you see this one he got it wrong. So this is the correct one. This is the one he picked. You know, same goes here. This is the correct one. This is the one he picked. All of that details, you can see that. So let's go back to submissions. Okay, so I think we are done with submissions right now. So it's more like viewing. You're not editing anything here. You're just viewing the stats of, okay, all the quizzes have been submitted so far. I remember on the dashboard, we have the total submissions there. You see them, 18. So 18 have been submitted. And the total number of quizzes that was entered was 6. That is this all quiz here. So we have 6 here. You can see that. All both published and unpublished. Okay, a total of 6. So that is what that stat is all about. And then next, we'll be looking at push notifications. So when a quiz finish taking quiz, especially the tier 2 quiz, you'll be notified if he wants to, get notifications. You can then opt in for notifications. Okay, so that is what this push notification is all about. Now in the local environment, you can actually, whether local or live, you can publish or push quiz. But what we are doing here, this is just the settings for push notifications. Okay, now we have the valid key. This key is needed. It's needed to generate, or to push notifications. But you don't need to do anything here. You don't need to do anything. This is developer part. Okay, now message template. Here you want to set the title. Okay, the title of the notification title. Here you want to set the body and then fallback title. Okay, so this fallback title is used in place of quiz title when no quiz is currently daily featured. So once you're done with that, if you want to, when you're done with updating, say you're changing it, okay, you click on save template. Okay, so this is the preview of what the notification will look like. So it will look like this. BOX18 Africa giving the preview. Daily quiz. Okay, it's live. Think you know African football, prove it. Okay, so just showing you what the notification will look like. Okay, so when you publish a quiz, okay, users that have opt-in after taking maybe this one, after completing this quiz, it asks you if you want to, subscribe to receive notifications, and you subscribe. Once you subscribe, then when a quiz is published, you receive notification in his browser telling him exactly this size. This is a preview of what it looks like. Okay, think you African people approve it. So for him to go and take the quiz. Now this right sidebar is showing you, it's just giving you some stats. So here we have subscribers. Okay, so it's showing you the total number of subscribers. We have 2 subscribers right now. Okay, this is to send test notifications. So it's more like you want to test, you want to send tests, conducting testing first. Okay, so you need to first conduct tests before going live. So you want to test maybe within your internal team, but once you send tests, it's actually going to send to the subscribers. So of course, you want to do test within the internal team. Maybe first internal team will subscribe, run all the tests before going live. Okay, or we do this in a stage environment. Don't want to be sending tests to real users. All right, when I say real, I'm actually referring to the public users. Yeah. Okay, now this is send history, the ones that have been sent, just showing us. So in the local environment, it won't be able to deliver. Okay, this is a local environment, so we're hosting locally. But for on the live, we'll see that. So most times you see that you failed. They always, if they failed, because it's not able to deliver. All right, so the ones that are sent, 0. So it's showing you the statistic. So you see every day it tries sending. Every day you can see the days 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, I think it skips from the setting. I think is it Sunday or something that is skipped or something like that. Okay, so you can see Now, this is environment check. Now, life environment, don't worry about this. On life environment, everything here will be green. This is just showing, okay, that you're good to go, that it will actually work. Okay. If anything is red here, like right that you're seeing right now, it won't send, and that's why you can see it's failing. Okay, so but on life environment, that I've already confirmed that they're all green and we are good to go. Okay, so you don't need to worry about this at all. Okay, or what you'll be doing most times is to change. You want to change. In fact, it's not something you want to be changing. You just need to change and update it once, most likely. Okay, you just to change this. If it's African, about African football, you put it. Otherwise, you want to change. You want to change. Okay, this time around is culture. You want to change it. Okay, when you're done with that, the next thing you want to be looking out for is okay, how many people have subscribed now, and then did are the notification even sending? Are they failing? You want to look at them from here, and that is basically what you'll be doing here. Next, we're looking at copy and messaging. So this is a certain quiz. Will I say copies? Okay, the content of quiz is any content related to quiz, so you can actually set them from here. So you can see here the share message when it's asking somebody after taking a quiz, after completing this tier 2 quiz, it will ask you to share. Okay, there's a share button. The share button have content. Okay, that's call to action that is asking you share this message. This is what the message will look like. So you can change it from here. Just play inside the box. BOX18 Africa Daily Quiz. I scored this. It's addictive. Play to this round, and the link is there. So you can change it to whatever you want. Now this is for score tier message. So if somebody score perfect, say yeah, you have 100%. This is the message that will appear for the person. Wow, flawless. The 18-yard box is your kingdom. Like that person is so good. And anything you want to, the message you want to put there is what you want to set. Yeah. Then somebody's got 80% and above, what it will write right now is in elite level. African football inside out. You see, so these are just below 40%. Say back to training, the beautiful game, wait for no one. So you set it here. Then you do no label. You don't want it to be the tuner, you want to change it, you can change it from here. Okay, so 50-50 lifeline. Here you can change whatever you want to change this. You can say, okay, move to wrong answer. So you want to change anything you want to change here, but extra time. Here is where you want to change anything any copy in the quiz, in the quiz. Be quick. You have 15 seconds per question. The clock doesn't stop. This is for tier 1 questions, tier 1 quiz rather, where you have 10 questions. It's timed, so you have 15 seconds per question. So if you want to change this text, you can always change from here. You can change it to all quiz related copies. You can change them from here. Okay, from here. Okay, so you can also update the member count. So for here, having taken the quiz, you will land. Okay, let's just take this quiz. Let's complete it. Okay, let's just take. So who was African? It will now say, did you know Walid Regragui became the first African coach to lead a team to the World Cup, okay, semi-finals, 2020 tournament in Qatar. See that? Now it have take us to the next for us to select. So once we are done completing this quiz now, okay, it will then take us to the result page. So now it's giving us the time to read this did you know fact. Once we are done reading this did you know fact, it wants to take us to the next this is now the result because we have completed the quiz. This is the 5th question. So you see, take us to the result. So in this part that says you are playing at guest level, so you can actually change. You see this over 1,000 but 18 members are already tracking their rank. You can change it from here. So that is the count. You want to set it to over 10,000, you change it to 10,000 from here. Okay. So you want to change the count from here. You want to change this other one over. You look for it. This other copy now, don't let your score disappear. You look for it. You can set it from there as well. Okay. So you see this 3/5 say solid outing. Keep studying the game. So if you want to change it, you just look for that part. Okay. And change it. Okay. So share your results. When I click on share, it gives me the share option. Okay. So in the share option, the content that will be shared is this. I'm actually dismissing it. Is up. Sorry. Okay. This one just play it inside out. Okay, that share message. That is the content. Okay, that is what will appear. Just play it inside out or setting African daily quiz as called, all of that. That is what will appear. All right. So once you're done updating this copy, okay, always remember to save. If you didn't save, you will lose your work. Very important to save. All right. That is that for quiz portal, okay, management. Next we'll be talking we'll be looking at comments, contacts, and email subscription. Thank you for your time.